All right, so I did a thing. I bought an RX 6700 XT, and what I'm going to be doing in this video is comparing it to the RTX 4060, which I've been using for the better part of a year now. And I'm looking to compare these two, mid-level budget GPUs just to see which one can come out on top. Now, I've had my eye on the RX 6700 XT for a while now, mainly because I've heard it's the best price to performance, best bang for buck GPU. And I really want to test it out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test out everything. I'm going to test out raw performance. I'm going to test out upscaling. So I'm really excited to see if this can outperform this for a better price. I wound up getting the 6700 XT off of Jawa.gg for $255, which I feel like is a pretty good deal. AMD prices are coming down. You'll notice the 6750 XT you can get for around $300 new. The 6800 you can get for $340. So $255 seems about the right price for the 6700 XT. So I'm excited to check it out. All right, so this is the PC we're going to be testing the GPUs in. It is a custom build I did. It has a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU, 16 gigs of DDR4 3200 megahertz RAM. So we're going to test them both out. We got the RX 6700 XT. We got the RTX 4060. We're going to pop them both in there, test out a bunch of games, run Timespy, see how things go. I'm very curious how this is going to go. I'm excited for it. This is the great GPU showdown, folks. Let's get into it. All right, so our first test will be with the custom build in the RTX 4060, mainly because right now I have a GTX 1070 in here, so it's already got the NVIDIA drivers installed on this PC. So obviously swapping out drivers is going to be the most annoying part of all this testing because I got to, swap AMD and NVIDIA drivers in and out. NVIDIA drivers are already on here, so I'm just going to pull this GTX 1070 out, and then we will get the RTX 4060 in here for some testing. Let's get right to it. All right, so we will get the GTX 1070 right out of here. There we go. All right, 1070 is coming out. RTX 4060 is going in. Nice and more compact. Gotta love the two fan cards that can fit right in there without being too big and bulky. There we go. There's the snap. I think we're in. Good to go. Let's test it out. All right, so we are testing out Horizon Forbidden West with the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600 build. And right now we are in photo mode, which I do not want. How do I get out of here? Yes, I want to exit photo mode. Right now we are in 1440p. And we will be mainly testing in 1440p just because I don't want to spend so much time testing. So no 1080, no 4K. If you want to see me test in those resolutions, let me know. I'll probably do another video if there's interest in that. So we're just going to be doing 1440 for both of these cards. So right now I have no scaling or upscaling going on. And I am in the very high preset. And it's playable. We're not getting 60 FPS here, but 45, 50, which is definitely playable. Nothing too terrible. Now, if I want to switch on, let's do a little upscaling here. Why don't we do some DLSS quality? We won't do frame generation yet. We'll do that next. And we'll keep the graphics on very high. And, okay, we gain about 10 FPS if we do that. And it looks way smoother. I already can tell. And let's take out a machine here. Pretty solid kill. 60 FPS, can't complain. And now I'm gonna get totally trampled by these guys because they all saw me. There's one more, there he is. All right, got him. And we're hitting 70, 75 now after that, which is pretty nice. Now let's try this with frame generation on, apply that. And how much do we gain when we do this? There we go, now we're in the 80s. I saw low 90s there for a second. Not bad at all. Looking pretty good, I must say. This is such a good looking game. The graphics are amazing. I am getting a little screen tearing. I think that's because I don't have VSync on, but if I do turn VSync on, where was it? I can't even turn VSync on because I have DLSS on, I believe. If I turn it on here, I'm probably going to be capped at 60. More than likely. Drops me back down to the 50s. And I honestly like the way DLSS looks. I think it looks pretty good in terms of the graphics. It smooths things out a little bit, which I prefer. And we could do, I guess we can do DLSS with VSync on. I just had to turn it on first. Let's go quality, because we might as well, and frame generation. See how that goes. That looks pretty good. And we're getting 80. Now, one more setting I just want to try here. We will change the graphics to low. Keep the upscaling on. And there we go. Now we're getting over 100. That's what I was expecting. And that's what we're getting. So, DLSS 3 really coming in clutch here with this game. And its upscaling. Can't complain about this. This is definitely a great way to play. Kill these machines and over 100 FPS. Not a bad deal at all, I must say. Not a bad deal. Oh, missed him. Break out the bow for you. Uh-oh. No. Don't want to die to him. There we go. Knocked him down. Oh, we got another one. We got another one who just jumped out of nowhere. Oh, I'm gonna die. I gotta eat. There we go. So, there you have it. You can get over 100 FPS with this combination. Looks really good, I must say. I'm loving this game. And, alright, let's check out the next one, shall we? Alright, now we're checking out Dragon's Dogma 2 with the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600. I am in the end game, that's why everything is red in the sky here. But I'm in the main town of Vernworth because this is where performance takes the biggest hit, so I wanted to test things out here. So let's take a look at the settings we have here. If we go into our graphics settings, we're at 1440p. I can't change the refresh rate here, it's stuck at 59.95, but we should be seeing different results in MSI Afterburner. No upscaling right now, we're just going to try everything raw performance to start. Basically medium-low settings here, and we'll see how things look in the town as we run around a little bit. So, we'll just kind of cruise around town. We're getting a steady 45, 50, similar to Horizon, except we're on medium settings here and not the very high settings. So, definitely playable, but we're definitely going to want some upscaling, most likely, to get the refresh rates that we want to see. So, let's change that up a little bit, shall we? Let's go to our graphics and let's turn on, I went by it, didn't I? Let's turn on DLSS, quality, low latency on, and upscale sharpness is fine right there. And let's see what that does for us. Save our changes, and do we get a big boost in FPS? We get about 60, 50, 60. It's definitely variable, but pretty good. I mean, this is the most stressful part on the GPU, is this area here. And the CPU. You can see it uses a lot of CPU power just for this portion of the game. Let's see if we can get this any better. Go to our graphics. We'll make this auto, and let's change things to low all across the board. See if that does anything for us. Do we get a performance gain? A little bit higher 50s now. Things look a little bit smoother. Nothing crazy. So yeah, this is what you're looking at with this game. This game has had all sorts of performance issues since it came out. It looks a little better. 60 FPS, certainly playable. I'm not going to complain at all. If we went to a different area, it might be a different story. Let's see if we can just run outside of the city and see if we can find some enemies in that whole thing. Go this way. And we're getting steady 60 plus here now that we're exiting the city a little bit. Back down to the 50s. Let's see how it looks in the woods here. Mid-50s still. Alright, I hear some enemies. Where are they? Oh, there's one. Hello. I've forgotten how to play this game. There we go. We got one. Okay. There's someone else around? The enemy music is on. Oh, I guess that was it. So I wish there was a way we could make performance a little bit better. I guess if we bump things down to 1080, that would probably help. If we cap the frame rate at 60, VSync on, not sure if that's going to help anything. Let's try performance mode. See if that helps at all. Maybe bump down the sharpness. And how do we look now? Oh, we got a big bear. Is that a wolf? I can't really tell. There's my move that I wanted to use. Oh no, he bit me. He bit me. He's eating me. Stop eating me, bear. Okay, get up. It's not a bear, is it? It's a wolf. There we go. Now we're carving him up. Little skull splitter coming up. Oh, I gotta heal. I'm about to die. I think I might die here. This is not good. How do I get up? Get up? Oh, he put me to sleep. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Get up. And I'm dead. He killed me. Wow. I am not going to use a wake stone because I don't want to waste those up. And my tale has ended. So I'm in the end game, so this is kind of bound to happen here. I guess I want to start from the morn of day 6. And I do just want to see if I can retain the 60 FPS in a different area real quick. So we're back in this section of the game. And yeah, I mean, it's hovering between 50 and 60. It's certainly playable. Definitely CPU bound, so it makes things a little harder to get that boost of performance that you might want. But I was basically playing this game with these performance settings the whole time, and it was enjoyable. I had a great time with this game, so certainly works out. You know, we're getting a stable 60 now, so there you go. That's Dragon's Dogma 2 with the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600. Alright, so we are checking out the finals next. I am not very good at this game, but I did just want to test a first-person shooter esports title, and I have the finals installed in this PC, so we're going to check it out. And we're just going to check out the settings real quick, see what we're working with. So we're in 1440p, we have TAAU resolution scaling on, FOV is 81, we are on custom high medium settings. Maybe we'll just switch this to high and see how that does. We do have static race tracing on. We're gonna see how that works out for us. And yeah, here we go with the finals. 100 FPS.
The ultra rare swooped up a cash box.
All right, let's see if I can do anything in this game. I am a noob at this game, so bear with me here. I'm gonna head toward this $10,000. See what this does. And I died. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Bound to happen, right?
They've started our first cash out.
I do just want to see if there's any sort of upscaling I can do here. Yes, there is frame gen. Let's turn frame gen on and DLSS on. Let's do quality mode, and we'll turn the quality level back to medium. There we go. Now we're getting some real FPS. That's looking good. I'm liking that. 150, we will take it. Absolutely. 152. Let's see if I can get a kill, shall we? Let's get a kill here. Oh, he just went jumping way up there. Can I do that too? Come on, oh, they ran away from me. I'm a noob! Leave me alone, I'm a noob! Let's get a kill! Oh! I thought I was gonna get it. Alright, let's try this again. Let's get that kill. Going toward this cash out. We'll see if anything happens. I see someone. I got an assist! We'll take an assist. Assists are good. I died, but I got an assist. We're gonna call that a win. We're gonna chalk that up as a win. Come on, I want to get this guy. Oh, come on. I want that kill. All right, well, we'll call the assist a win. The finals plays very well. 150 FPS. Looking pretty good. One last game I want to try out here with the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600 is No Rest for the Wicked, a game that was recently released in early access. They still are working on performance enhancements to this game. They just released a big patch that should improve performance, so just want to check it out here. And in terms of settings, we are looking at quality preset, 100% render scale, 100% sharpness. Target FPS is 50 with maximum X of 70%, maximum Y of 80. And we are in 1440 with no frame rate cap. So we're just going to do a quick run through the city here because this usually is pretty a demanding area. And we're getting close to 60, which is good. And we're dropping in the 40s there a little bit. So it's around where it's been for me when I've been using the 4060 in my ThinkStation. And yeah, here's where you usually get some frame hits, and it's still a problem here. You know, we're dropping down into the 20s there for a second. So still got some performance bugs to work out with this game, but it's still very much playable. Just you're gonna get some hiccups here and there until they fully squash all those performance bugs. I wonder if I just switch to performance mode, if that has been changed at all, if that makes things better. Before, when switching between modes, I wasn't seeing much of a difference. This seems a little bit better now, a little bit smoother here in performance mode. I'm getting mid-50s now, which is pretty good. It does drop a little bit when I enter town, but other than that, it's not bad. They're gaining. It's getting a little bit better each patch they're going to do, so yeah, just wanted to try this game out again. So there you go, No Rest for the Wicked with the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600. Timespy results for the RTX 4060 and the Ryzen 5 3600. A score of 9,911, pretty good. And you can see the graphics score of 10,693 and the CPU core of 7,010. So pretty good combination. It's going to be interesting to see if the RX 6700 XT can top this score. All right, so next up we have the RX 6700 XT, which I am very excited about because from everything I've read and heard and other videos I've watched, this is a beast of a card for the price, and I'm super excited to check this out. So we're just going to pop this into this PC here, and we're going to go through the same test that we just went through with the RTX 4060. So let's do it, shall we? There, snapped in. Now this does need 2 8-pins, so luckily we have those. This thing is going to drink some power, but that's all right. We have a 600 watt power supply, which should be enough. I know they recommend a 650 at least, but I think we'll be just fine with the 600. And then we will test everything right out. All right, everybody, we are jumping into Horizon Forbidden West with the RX 6700 XT and the Ryzen 5 3600. We are looking at settings of 1440. Oh, excuse me. No, we're at 1080. Let's change that to 1440. We got VSync on right now. We do have FSR on. Let's turn that off and apply those settings. And the graphics are on high. So let's see what that does for us right here. And you will notice I am using both MSI Afterburner and AMD's own overlay because we will be flipping on AM/FMF and upscaling, which MSI Afterburner doesn't capture the frame rates for those settings for some reason. So on the top right, we've got AMD's overlay, and in the top left is MSI Afterburner's overlay. So here we are. This is kind of the raw performance right now, 1440p high, getting a stable 60, which is great. This is everything you would ask for with this card, is getting, you know, high 1440 and 60 FPS. So it's about what I expected. That's what we're getting. Looks awesome. Loving it. Let's just get over here to the path, and then we'll switch things up a little bit. Make sure those guys don't notice me. Now, if we just stick to the raw performance for a second and we go very high, let's see how much that changes things. Still mid 50s, low 60s. Looks amazing. Let's check out the mountains in the background. Very detailed, very nice looking. Can't complain about that. Let's see if I can override one of these guys and go for a little ride around. Actually, this might be an enemy. I've forgotten which ones are which. Yeah, that's an enemy. I can't override him. Grab all his loot. So yeah, looking good. Now let's try a little upscaling. We are going to open up AMD's overlay here, and we're just gonna go to the game, and let's flip on, I guess let's do super resolution and fluid motion frames and see what that, well, let's just try super resolution. I think I'm borderless full screen right now, so let's try that, see if that boosts anything for us. Not really, actually. It made things a little bit lower. And you know what, actually, I'm going to turn VSync off and apply that. That usually gets us over the 60 mark typically, but the upscaling doesn't seem to have much effect right now. Maybe if I go to lower graphics setting, which is probably what you'd want the upscaling for anyway. There we go. Now we're right at 80 when we do that. Let's see how it looks visually. Mountains, definitely less detailed when you do that. I'm at 100 FPS though. So if you want performance, flip things to low. But with this card, we should be able to keep decent graphical settings here and get solid performance as well. And a little more detail in the mountains, 77 FPS. Oh, somebody saw me, I think. You see me? Does he see me? He might see me. Well, if he sees me, we're going to flip it back to high. And let's also now try out fluid motion frames. Let's see what that does for us. An anti-lag automatically flips on when we do that. We could do image sharpening. I think that turns off super resolution if I do that. Okay, and then enhance sync reduces visual. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So let's try these settings and see what we get here. We'll just take him out real quick. We're not seeing a huge boost in the MSI Afterburner numbers as expected, but if you look in the top right, you will see the AMD frame rates are saying we're getting 90 to 100. So that is the fluid motion frames for you. That's what that will do. Detail looks pretty good in the background. Graphics look great. We probably can even flip this to very high and see what that does for us. Even more detail. Honestly, I like things not super detailed. I like the high settings versus the very high, but As you can see, we're getting in the top right, we're getting drop to 54 right there. You're gonna get a couple frame dips, but looks like we're getting mid to high 80s in the frame rate. MSI Afterburner is only capturing 50 to 60, but technically it is the top right that we are getting because that's what AMD is providing for us. So again, I like the high settings myself better. I think it just looks a little bit better to me. And yeah, I mean, Horizon Forbidden West, they've done a great job with this port. The optimization has been really good. They've been patching things, you know, the last month or so. So works great with this card. Really happy to see the RX 6700 XT shine with this game. So on to the next one. All right, we are now hopping into Dragon's Dogma 2 with the RX 6700 XT and the Ryzen 5 3600. We are looking at, for settings, if we go down to the graphics here, so we're in 1440p, variable frame rates, no upscaling, and we are on high graphics settings. Just kind of the default graphics settings when you flip on high. And let's run around Vernworth here. Again, this is kind of the more demanding area of the game. Looks like we're getting a solid high 50s, 60, which is great. That's what you would want to see here. Dips down a little bit as you run around, but nothing too terrible. So looking pretty good here. We'll flip on upscaling in just a little bit, but first I'm going to run outside of the city just to see how things look when we exit. Looks like we are hitting that 60 frame cap, I think, just because of the way I have my this PC hooked up to my other PC. That it thinks the monitor can only hit 60 hertz, but that's okay. If we're hitting 60, you know, consistently here, that's a good sign. And looking pretty good, so can't complain. Ran out of stamina there. So let's now flip on. I'm just going to open up the AMD settings here, and let's flip on super resolution. Let's enable that, and we will also turn on AM/FMF. Anti-lag also turns on when we do that. I do like the visual tearing enhancement as well, so we'll do that. And we'll see if that changes anything for us. Now we're going to be looking at the top right, and you can see now we're getting 90. Oh, it dipped down to 30 there. 30, 50, 80, 90 frames per second. High 80s. It does jump around a bit, it looks like, from, you know, 60. Oh, there's a pretty big dip down to 12. But we'll hop around over here and see if we can't kill these whispering ghosts. Well, it appears that that move is still OP, so that's good to see. And I'm all out of stamina, but here we go. We'll move right down. Yeah, it's ranging anywhere between 50 and looks like 70 FPS. Now we're kind of steady in the 50s, which is interesting. These guys don't want to let me hit them. There we go. All right, what other skills do I have here? I've skill splitter, cutting wind. What's cutting wind? Oh boy. There we go. That's how we fight these guys. That's how we fight those guys. There we go. All right, I do just want to flip it over to low settings and just see if that, so we do have the upscaling on. See if that does anything for us. Oh, it doesn't let me change it now. That's interesting. If we go borderless window, if that does anything for us. Or okay, it does not let me flip to low. Probably need to save and quit, perhaps, to the title screen. Try that out. All right, here we go. We're going to change graphics to low, save those changes, and load from the last save. I've forgotten if it auto saves, or I guess I did a save and quit, so it should get us right back to where we were. We'll see how this enhances the performance, if it enhances the performance. All right, so in the top right, looks like we're hovering between 40 and 60, so it didn't enhance much at all. Made things a little bit worse, if anything. So that is interesting. Now we're getting up in the 80s and 90s and 100s. Maybe you just needed a second to kind of render there. Now we're in the 90s, 70 and 9, 90. Okay, so we're looking better. All right, we'll fight some skellies over here. Oh, we got a big monster. All right, here we go. See if I still got my skills and I can take out this big guy. Oh. All right, I forgot how to climb on him. There's a way to climb on him. This move is just so overpowered. There we go. Now I'm on him. How's our frame rate doing? 79, 80, 90. We're looking good. Oh, should have known he was going to WWE slam me. All right, we'll just continue to do this to you. Oh, we're on him again. We're on him. And we're off him. Ow. Who did that? Ooh, jumped right on his head. All right, let's get his head. Oh, WWE slam. I forgot how to heal. How do I heal? Items. Where's my healing? Oh, I haven't played this game in a while. I forgot what to do. Which is my heal? Are any of these heal? Cover a bit of health. These are major heals, right? Here we go. Alright, we want this. Use you. Use another one, why not? Use 3 of them. Let's go. Alright, now he takes a while to get up. And then that happens. Here we go. There we are, we got him. Okay. Maintaining decent FPS throughout that. Enough of you skeletons. Did I get him? Are they all gone? Alright, I think, nope, he's down here. There we go, fellas. Alright. Scrap iron. Alright, so not bad. Now we're getting over 100 here and there. Pretty good performance, I must say, with Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, we got one more skelly. One more skelly. Oh, 2 more. Where do they keep coming from? Fellas. Trying to do a dialogue here. Nope, wrong way. He's right there. There. Okay, that's got to be the last one, right? Not bad at all. Looks a little better than the 4060, I must say, with the upscaling. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we're jumping into the finals here. Again, I am not very good at this game, but it's a good one to test out, because we want to test out a shooter, and I have this installed. So we're at 1440p, FSR2 quality set, and we're looking at epic quality settings. So let's jump into a match and see how things go like this. We'll just do a quick play here. Cash out sounds good. We will see how I do. Alright, here we go. We're jumping in. 120 frames per second. Very nice. Whoops. They all went on a rope and I did not, but that's okay. It's okay. We're still cruising around at 130 frames per second. Alright, let's see if we can find someone. I just want to get a kill. That's it. And I get one.
Battle lines are drawn.
Where is everybody? Come on, there's gotta be someone over here, right? Alright, someone's at a vault over here. Where is everybody? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh no, okay, I died. Man. That's right. Because we're gonna turn on, upscaling in fluid motion frames. And that's gonna make us even better. I guarantee it. Alright, top right, what are we looking at? Oh, 170. We just had 170 right there. 163, 90, 167, 170. Alright, I need to respawn. Here we go. Alright, getting revived. 170, 150, 160 frames per second in the top right. We will take it, absolutely. Let's go up this ladder. Get ourselves a good spot. Alright, where are you? Where is everybody? Come on, bring it on. Let's go.
The shock and awe are...
Okay, initiating a cash out. I want to go stop them. Unless that's my team, I don't even know. We're gonna head right up there. See who's up there. Whoa!
The tough shells are back and ready to avenge that team wipe. The shock and awe are outdoing their rivals now.
Oh! Someone saw me. Where'd you go? He was up there? Man! Told you I'm not very good at this game. But we're getting great performance. We're getting great performance on this. Epic settings. All the upscaling you can have. You probably don't even really need that much upscaling. It'll perform just fine. 1440p. Good stuff. Alright, here we go. Let's get that kill. We're getting that kill here. Someone's up there, it looks like. Oh, man! Alright, I'm probably not getting the kill, but we got great performance in the finals. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, and here we are in No Rest for the Wicked. Just checking this one out again. We are in quality mode. You know, kind of the same settings we had before. Our target FPS is set to 50. Let's actually change that. Let's make that 60. And we're in 1440p. VSync is on. Maybe let's turn that off for a second, see if that does anything for us. And we'll just run around this area for a second, then we'll go back into the main town, where things take some dips usually. It's looking pretty good right now, though. We're getting 60, 63, looking pretty good. Let's jump into the town. We'll go back to this fast travel, because this is where all the stutters and things usually happen when you run in and out of the town. So, all right, here we are. Let's run back up to the Nameless Pass section, and we're getting a solid 50, 55, 61. The AMD benchmarks are telling us we're only getting 30 to 40. Now those are showing 50. A little all over the place. You kind of got to take this all with a grain of salt here. MSI is telling us we're getting in the 70s now, and this is where we stutter. Always going to get the stutters coming in and out of the town here. 65. Pretty good. They're definitely optimizing. It's looking better. Now I'm curious how it's going to look if we enable... oh, I guess we had super resolution on that whole time. But let's try AMFMF and see if that does anything for us. Do the enhanced sync as well. We'll just do a run back into the town. And all right, AMD is telling us we are getting 60 to 80. It looks pretty smooth. Definitely. No stutters that time. We'll run back out to the other exit. Just see if that does anything. If we get more stutters doing that. But we'll head down here. Cross the bridge. There's a stutter. That just dipped down to 19 right there. Heading down this way. Oh, out of the way, buddy. I'm trying to do a benchmark here. Oh, big. And we'll run right over this way, up these stairs. Loop right around here. And what kind of stutters are we going to get? Exiting this way. 24, 26, 40, 64. Okay, back up. So it dips down to the 20s and then back up to the 80s. But this is more or less performance issues with the game. You know, these are known performance issues that'll all be squashed out. This game's still in early access, so a lot of work to go on the developer's part, but looks pretty good. I mean, once everything renders in and you're moving around, it's very smooth. Looks good, so awesome. All right, well, that's the no rest for the Wicked benchmark with the 6700 XT. All right, Timespy results for the RX 6700 XT and the Ryzen 5 3600. A final score of 10,282. Very good, very good. You can see a graphics score of 11,234 and a CPU score of 6,948. Now, comparing this to the RTX 4060, you can see all scores are better except for the CPU score, but those are bound to fluctuate. All right, so we did a lot of gaming benchmarks there. So who was the winner of the GPU showdown? Now, if we're looking at the numbers alone, the RX 6700 XT wins because it was around 300 points better total score and about 500, a little bit over 500 points better in the graphics score. So if you're looking just at the numbers, yeah, the RX 6700 XT wins. Timespy score, pretty reliable. It's only one benchmark, but it's a pretty reliable one. But here's the thing. NVIDIA, there's a reason that the NVIDIA cards are priced the way they are. It's the little things that they can add. DLSS 3, frame generation. Yes, AMD cards have FSR and AM/FMF, but after playing these games and getting a feel for both of them, both of the cards and how the game's played, you can tell that DLSS is the superior technology. So that's what you're paying for when you get an NVIDIA card. And not only that, there are other things that NVIDIA cards can do. Their technology goes well beyond just gaming. I'm not going to get into all that. I'll probably do a separate video on all that, but that's what you are paying for with the NVIDIA cards. Things like AI, things like what you can do with your encoders and things like that. Personally, I'm going to stick with the RTX 4060. It's been reliable for me. Again, things like I'm using an OBS with NVIDIA broadcasts. I prefer that, so I'm going to use it. Now, if we're talking pure gaming and gaming only, yes, the 6700 XT is going to be a better gaming GPU. Hands down, it was getting higher frames per second in the games. The scores were better. But if you're doing things outside of gaming, video editing, streaming, if you want to dabble into AI and chatbots and things like that, that's what NVIDIA is there for. So, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Curious what you all think about the comparison of these two cards. Both are great budget to mid-level cards, so you really can't go wrong, but curious what you all think. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.